Hi and welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about how to program using Scratch, and there are many ways you can write lots of coding games in Scratch. Scratch is an easy programming language. It's easy to learn because you don't have to type any complicated code. It's a drag and drop kind of a UI where you can drag things like when space key is pressed, move 20 steps, say hello, and that's exactly what these things do. The script is very easy, so it's very good for 9 to 11-year-olds to do. So let's take a look at what is Scratch and what exactly you can achieve by learning how to code in Scratch. As you can see in the screen, um, there will be sprites, which is basically your characters. The cat sprite appears whenever you start a new Scratch program, and then you get to choose the drag and drop things. There are logical blocks. There are different kinds of blocks in Scratch. A typical Scratch program will have, when you run the program by clicking the green flag and you stop it, and then it does whatever the steps are for thing. Right, so let's look at some of the examples here. Getting Scratch. So in order to try the projects, we need to do is go online and go to scratch.mit.edu and just join Scratch. Yeah, and you can do it on any operating system, whatever computer you have, it works. And here's a quick tour of the UI in Scratch. The Scratch window is divided into several different areas. You have the main thing is the green flag when you run your program, and the red stop button to stop it. There are lots of in the scripts. There are a lot of kinds of blocks. There is motion blocks that are in blue. The purple blocks are for looks. The pink blocks are sounds. So they're all color coordinated, so you have to like good look by the color. The green would be for pen and data related events and things like that. So an example, let's look at an example of what would be the motion blocks. As it says, the word motion, you can move it 10 steps, turn it, point in a certain direction, or go somewhere in the xyz coordinate plane, if you think of it. So that's really what Scratch, how you use it. And now let's look at some more. I want to show you a quick demonstration of how to write like a code in Scratch. Here is how you could build the Star Hunter game. It's very easy. The aim of the game is to collect as many gold stars as you can. Use the cat to collect the stars, but watch out for deadly octopus. You'll need to move quickly to succeed. And the main sprites, and these are like the cat, the octopus, and the stars. Sprites are basically the characters. You just drag them on, and then those specific sprite has a logical block that it'll execute. And then there are contour blocks that say like repeat and forever are control blocks. So here's an example of what are some of the blocks you can do. The building script, you need to do this. So let's look at the code here. You need to set the scene. By setting the scene, you just pick a background, drop down back image from the images, and then you can add sound effects. You can do loops to play, and then you can add an enemy. The game needs an enemy to make sure that more interesting things are happening. So you can add the octopus, right? And for the octopus, you can do things like if on edge you bounce, that repeats it. Then here is the collisions. You can do like if something is touching the cat, then you're out. Like stop all is the way to get out of it. So you would stop all. When the play button is clicked, you would wait for 5 seconds and then put a forever loop here, as you can see. Then you would move 10 steps. If on the edge, you bounce. If you're touching the cat, then also you stop. That means you touched and you banged into it, right? So that's basically the game. Here's some more steps you can do for that thing. And for collecting stars, you would have like sprites, and then you would do like um when you touch the cat, then you can change, go to that random position, and you would you know play a sound, and then you would go to that random xyz position. So that's what a star does. So you use a random number to make each star appear. This is how you make the star appear. You want the star to appear, so you would make it like just randomly appear at an xyz position. And it only appears when you're touching the cat in this scenario. That's how we are saying that it should appear. And keeping score, you can like keep score by, if you touch the cat, then change the score by 1, for example. That's how you do, like, that's all the data blocks. And then to make some better enemies, you could do this. You could add some more features to the game. And here are some hacks and tweaks that you can make in addition to the things that we have discussed. You can add some bugs, and you can change some colors. You can change the colors of it by changing the costume, or changing the, how it looks. Yeah, and that's it. So that would be one example of how to code the Star Hunter game in Scratch. If you're more interested in doing this and doing a hands-on session, please watch our next video that would actually show you the exact code, and we'll continue building this. Thanks for watching.